Welcome back to the Deep Dig Sports Pod. I'm your host, Drew. My other host, right over here.
What's up? It's D. Good to see you guys again. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to this pod.
What's up, guys? My name's Karkast on YouTube. I appreciate you guys for having me on. It's an honor. It's a pleasure.
The D line is going to be interesting this year because lost some guys who we kind of really brought up through our system. Brought in some new guys. Clelin Ferrell's a name that's going to be popping up a lot. Huge disappointment for the Raiders. Just get that out of the way. Huge disappointment. He went way too high in the draft, but I think he really could be something in the rotation for us. So, do you have any thoughts on what you're looking to see from that D line this year, Karkast?
One thing, Drake Jackson, man, dude, that dude scares me in a good way. He's, dude, I honestly feel bad for whoever the left tackle is or right tackle for Pittsburgh week one because that dude, he's working out. He's gotten much bigger. At USC when we drafted him, I think our first pick in the second round. Last year, he's great at batting balls down. That's one thing I really noticed when he got playing time. He has a long arms. He's really athletic. His bend really stands out to me, and just his athleticism overall. He has great speed off the edge. I'm hoping you could replace D Ford. There was obviously a couple of guys we could have picked up, like a Justin Houston or Yannick Ngakwe, but it is what it is. I want to see Drake Jackson get a chance alongside one of the best defensive ends in the NFL in Nick Bosa. And once he gets his contract, I want to see how he plays because I think he's going to bring the extra energy on the other side. So man, Drake Jackson on the defensive line is super scary. I want to see him ball out. So Drake Jackson, and speaking of the defensive line, we got a lot of depth there, man. And Chris Kosarick, one of the best defensive line coaches in the NFL. This guy can bring in wash products and turn them into diamonds, man. Like I'm telling you, like who was it? Kerry Hyder. He was with Seattle. He got cut. He played well with us. He led the team in sacks. I think when Nick Bosa went down in the 2020 season with the ACL, I think it was. He bought out. He led the team in sacks that year. See what he did in 1 year. Chris Kosarick, this guy makes them work, and this guy gets these players paid. So I could go through Kerry Hyder, Clelin Ferrell. Screw the Raiders. I don't like the Raiders. I don't. They can go live their, happy little ride with Jimmy G, whoever they want. It is what it is. But Clelin Ferrell, people have been, kind of shit talking this guy, but we have Chris Kosarick. We've seen his track record, bringing these guys and, holding them accountable, making them show up, making them work. And these guys have been living up to the hype, So I think Clelin Ferrell could bring some energy and bring some great production when he gets to playing time. Also, we got Austin Bryant, I think, from the Lions. We got a lot of depth, man. Javon Hargrave, I forgot the most
Yeah,
the star of the offseason.
completely changes our defensive line into another level. That guy.
When I saw that, I was like, the Niners, dude. The Niners actually do this kind of stuff. I'm like, oh god, dude, I'm excited. That D line's scary. And Arik Armstead, those two guys are bowling balls on the inside. They're basically tree roots. You can't move them. They'll take up double teams, and you got 2-star edge rushers. Knowing what Drake Jackson can bring, we are gonna get a lot of sacks, and we might possibly be the number one defense for what is it? Third? What we were the number one defense last year, right? Or I think we were. So
I think we were
third
towards the end
year.
of the season.
Yeah.
We're always up there in like top 3, so I'm not really doubting it. So I'm excited.
Oh yeah, that D line's gonna be. I mean, this is the place to go if you're a fringe defensive lineman
Right.
and you want to get paid. Go there for a year, learn, get better, and I think it's something to say. Like, if you're opposite Nick Bosa, you're gonna get the best opportunity to make highlight plays
Oh
because
yeah.
everyone's looking at Nick Bosa, and like you said, like Omenihue last year, he was a throwaway from Houston. Like I think we got him for like a 6th or 7th round pick. They
Yep.
didn't want him. We saw something in him, built him up. He gets paid. Ebukam,
Yeah.
everyone wanted him last year, like this free agency. He gets paid. So it's like, hey, as long as we keep getting those guys who are fringe level that we see something in, it's almost like basketball. Like you get those specialty guys. Like we see a guy like, okay, he can defend the run well. Oh, he's just a pass rusher, and we put them in situations to really just showcase their certain skills. And then they go somewhere else and they're not worth the money because Kerry Hyder in
Yep.
Seattle did not look that great, but he's
I mean,
back.
this is looking like an all-star level, like D-line, dude. This is crazy what we have. Nick Bosa, Javon Hargrave, Arik Armstead right there, and then you can just rotate whoever else. I hope Drake Jackson does solidify himself as the every down, I'm gonna be out here pass rusher. That'd be awesome. I think it does help him now that he is solidified in his role. Like he's at USC, he was up and down in his weight. They were pushing him to the inside, they were pushing him to the
Yeah.
outside. Now that he knows, like, I'm just gonna pin my ears back and let's get after it. I think that's gonna help him immensely because we seen last year what he was doing, even just in training camp, bro. He was just batting balls down like crazy. So you get that on the edge. I think, yeah, we're gonna have some horses. They're gonna run, baby.